Good morning again from Koh Samui. I'm at Lovely Hostel right now, and look, they've just painted a snorkel and mask statue. I have some good news, guys. Today is December 20th, and finally the storm has passed. The sun has come out to play and the ferries are leaving. So actually none of the ferries are canceled. They are all going ahead today. I am going to Koh Tao. So that's the update. Today I've packed my bags. I'm waiting to get picked up from my shuttle to the pier at 10:30 in the morning. It's going to take about 45 minutes to get to the pier. From there I get on a ferry, which I believe is about an hour and 30 minutes. So just in case, I've taken a preventative anti-seasickness pill this morning. My ferry only leaves at 12:30, so I'll take another one at lunchtime. Hopefully that means that I won't get sick from the really big waves out at sea. I know that the storm's passed, but I'm sure that they're still probably quite bad. Even without a storm, I've heard the ferry to Koh Tao is quite rocky, so that's the plan. Let's make it to Koh Tao. I'm so excited to see something different, leave Samui. Samui's been amazing though. Like last night at the Jungle Club, it was so nice. Very pricey for two people though. We got a tuk-tuk up to the top for 400, so 200 baht each, and then 400 down in a private taxi for 200 baht each. So 400 baht per person for two people. It's cheaper if you go with a group, but definitely expensive. It's because they say they have to go up that steep hill, so the price goes up. But it was so worth it. I had a delicious Caesar salad at the top. The view was incredible. I just loved every moment of that. That was just a really good time. What an amazing way to spend my last day in Samui. And now I'm making my way to Koh Tao. So I'm excited to get some smaller island vibes. Let's go, shall we? Okay, so I made it to the ferry, but they've now delayed it by half an hour. So we're no longer leaving at 12:30. We're leaving at 1 p.m. So I'll have to wait around in this ferry terminal. Hopefully it's not canceled and just delayed. I'll report back. Oh my God, everybody's so upset because they just made an announcement saying we're now delayed by 4 hours and we're not leaving for Koh Tao until 4:30 p.m. It's not even 12:30 yet. It's 12:18 p.m. I've literally been sat on the floor because there's not proper seating in this ferry terminal, and now I have to be here for 4 hours. Sometimes travel sucks and it is not glamorous. That really, really sucks. Okay, well they said that the boat was delayed because of an engine problem and that we could store our big bags at least in the terminal. They would watch them for us and we could go walk around this pier area. Apparently there's a lot of restaurants and a walking street. At least it's better than hanging around the ferry terminal without even proper seating. So I've decided to leave my bag. I'm gonna go for a walk. And I've got 4 hours to kill in Samui. I was so close to leaving. So close, but so far. Oh, I hope that this boat goes ahead and they don't just cancel it. I don't know. I have a feeling it's because of the waves. So I just walked to a nearby restaurant and I'm gonna have a decent lunch because earlier I just bought a really quick sandwich to eat because I didn't have breakfast. But now I can actually have a really good lunch because I've got lots of time. So 4 hours, here we go. Okay, it's been 4 hours of waiting and I'm pretty certain that the ferry is gonna go ahead, so not too long now to wait. It's 4 p.m. Hopefully we're gonna be boarding the ferry soon. They've just announced that we've been delayed another hour to 5:30, so I don't know if this ferry is ever gonna leave. 5 hours of waiting. My whole day today was just waiting for a ferry to Koh Tao. Fuck. Finally, the ferry honked its horn. It's pulling in. We're gonna leave. Oh, we're gonna leave. Thank God. What a long day. I just want to get out of here. What a day. What a day. We have to walk to the ferry to go catch it. But when the ferry was coming in to the pier, it honked its horn and everybody cheered. It was pretty funny. I was like, I think we were all just shocked that we've all had to wait so long. We're almost there. We're gonna be allowed to walk over to where we actually get onto the ferry. So that's the next step, and then we'll be on the ferry. Hopefully going to Koh Tao. Right, I just made it into my hostel called Savage Hostel. This is my little top bunk dorm. We've got a little light, power outlet, cozy little concrete pod. I'm here for 2 nights so far. That's because I have an extra day to play with, which I may just extend another day on Koh Tao. It just depends on what I get up to. But after having such a delayed ferry, I really only have tomorrow, and then I would have to leave the next day. So it makes sense that I'll most likely extend since I didn't get to see any of the island today. It's now 9:30 and I've just checked into Savage Hostel. So literally taken all day to get here with that delay of 6 hours in Samui. That was brutal. And then after that delay, the ferry was just awful. It was horrible because it was so late at night. It was pitch black. The waves were really big. The boat was just going all over the place. People were throwing up everywhere. People were crying. Like literally it was one of the worst ferry rides of my life. Awful. And then there's nowhere you can look out to at sea because it's pitch black. Crazy. So yeah, I think the ferry lasted 2 hours and my stomach is still not 100%. I had taken anti-seasickness pills, but I still got sick. So that sucked. Yeah, I think just grab something to eat and see what the island is like tomorrow for my full day in Koh Tao. But so far, because I arrived at night, I haven't seen anything. I'll check in another time. Good morning, everybody. I am at the beach on Koh Tao. I'm in much better spirits than yesterday. I don't even know if you can hear me because of the waves, but yesterday was very intense with that ferry ride. I honestly didn't know if I was gonna make it, but this is what I woke up to. So I think that the ferry was worth it, even if it's just to get here and not have to worry about a thing. I'm on an island paradise, but I'm gonna spend an extra day here in Koh Tao because honestly it took so much effort to get here. It would seem like silly to only spend today and leave tomorrow because really I didn't have any time here yesterday. So I think that's the new plan, is to book another night. I had one extra spare night in my schedule to spare, so it's going to Koh Tao. I'm gonna do a snorkel tour tomorrow because the water's been like mixed up. The visibility will be quite low, so I feel like if I wait another day, tomorrow may be a little bit better than today. Now I have a free day here on the island. I may rent a scooter today. I and conquer my fear of riding solo on a motorbike. That may be in the cards. I just wanted to say hello, welcome to Koh Tao. And I will share with you what I get up to today. This is already paradise island vibes and I'm here for it. It is absolutely stunning here. I can't wait to share with you guys what I get up to today. Okay, so change of plans. I've done a lot of admin today. I went to this place where I booked my ferry to Suratani for the 23rd. They told me, because they also rent motorbikes, they just said if you don't have experience driving a motorbike, they don't recommend that you rent one here. I mean, I know that I probably could and I may be okay, but I just don't know. So this guy, he recommended maybe an electric bike. So I just tried an electric bike and it seems to be like a little bit more user-friendly. And I'm used to cycling, I'm used to a bike. So electric bike just means that I can get around and yeah, I just have to charge it if I run out of charge for the day. It's 300 baht for the whole day. So it's about the same price as a motorbike, but I don't have to worry about gas. It's just charging the battery if I run out of battery. So I think I'm gonna do that instead, but I need to go to the ATM. I've ran out of cash. Annoyingly, every time you take out money from an ATM in Thailand, they charge you like 10 New Zealand dollars or I don't know, maybe around 8 US dollars or something like that. So that sucks because I thought that I had taken out enough for my entire trip, but I wasn't factoring in how expensive the transportation can be. And I was doing so much traveling, taking ferries, taking buses, that all that money just quickly got spent. And I did shopping as well, but I had been trying to use my Visa and cash, but I've ran out of cash, so I gotta pay the electric bike with cash. And most things on Koh Tao you have to pay cash, and if you want to use your credit card, if they let you, you have to pay a service charge. So cash is king here on Koh Tao, just an FYI. I found that you could use a credit card much more frequently on Koh Samui, so it wasn't a problem, but here it's kind of a problem. I'll talk to you guys later because it's a lot of noise right now. Okay, so I decided to rent the electric bike. Honestly, Koh Tao is so hilly. My bike is almost out of charge, but they've given me the charger and I'm used to riding it now. So I feel like this was a really good choice. Like in between the full bike and a cycle bike is the electric bike. So I feel like this was a good intro. For today, it was pretty good. I'm all set up on my e-bike and I'm actually halfway to Freedom Beach, which was the beach that I wanted to explore today. The main reason why I rented this bike, it was 300 baht. And I was just thinking like if I kept getting taxis there and back, it would easily come up to more than 300. So I just thought rent the bike, have it. You know, it's a bit of a novelty. Obviously, I don't go as fast and far as the motorbike, but two people who were selling and renting motorbikes, they said to me, if you don't have experience driving a bike, we don't recommend that you rent one here on Koh Tao. So they were actually like lose out on money, but they still didn't really want to rent to me because they don't want an accident. You know what I mean? So I think that that was really nice of them, to be honest, because I kept asking people like, should I rent a bike? I've never done it. And for them to be genuinely honest, I think was a good shout because I don't want to get injured and I don't want to have to deal with that whole thing on a very small island. So an e-bike it is for me and I'm okay with that. So let's go to Freedom Beach. Okay guys, so I just arrived on my bike and there were so many steep hills. I had to get off the bike and push it because it's like my bike is gonna lose charge if I try to stay on it and go up such a steep hill. But I made it. I paid 50 baht for the entrance to Freedom Beach, but it gives you access to a viewpoint hike, which is a hard 15-minute hike. It involves a bit of climbing. I forgot to change my shoes, so I'm wearing flip-flops, which was a bad decision, but he said if you can go slow, it should be okay. And then of course you can relax at the beach. And the guys, because I had to switch my bike, the first one they gave me was making beeping sounds, so that's the one they typically rent to people. And then when I went to go switch it for a different bike, they gave me one where it wasn't as good, the brakes weren't as good, and they forgot to give me a lock to lock up my bike. So this guy sitting there collecting the money, he speaks really good English and he promised to watch my bike for me because I couldn't lock it up. I was like, oh my gosh, can't believe I didn't realize that until it was it's too late. But now I'm gonna attempt this walk up to this viewpoint. It's probably gonna be quite sweaty, steep, but I think the view should be amazing. Koh Tao is so hot. It is so hot here, way hotter than Samui was. Really beautiful weather as well, so I feel lucky, but also very sweaty. Let's go check out the John Swan viewpoint walk. It's already looking very sweaty and steep. Let's give it a go. Already regretting my choice of footwear when the trail looks like that. Okay. Okay. I guess this is where it gets really rocky. I definitely messed up forgetting to change my shoes. I wanted to put my hiking sandals on, but I forgot and then I had already gone. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm gonna take my time, but this looks really intense. This is kind of scary. Look at this. Oh my gosh. In flip-flops? Please do not make the same mistake I did. I also don't even have a backpack. I have like a swing bag, and I believe I have to do some rock climbing, so I'm just gonna take my time. I got this. I'm already profusely sweating. It's the hottest time of the day, 12:30. Probably didn't think this through, but here we are. Wow. Oh my God, the watercolor, look at that. So incredible. Very rocky, very rocky. I mean, it's okay going up, but I'm a bit nervous to go down now. Wow, the view is already getting so nice. This is my next challenge. It's just literally a rock to scale. I'm so sweaty, like every part of me is slicked in sweat, so my shoes are slipping off. Really bad decision to wear flip-flops. And it's so hot. Yeah, I'm struggling, definitely struggling. I may even have to turn back. I may not make it to the top, depending how bad it gets. Okay, I made it most of the way, but honestly my shoes had fallen off 2 times. And if I had had on Havaianas and not Crocs, I definitely would have snapped my flip-flop because my feet are so sweaty. Everything just keeps getting slid off. I mean, just look at it. And look at my face. I really feel a bit ill. So I need to drink some water and relax at the top for a while. But I can't believe how hard this hike is. I'm really, really regretting my choice of a tote bag. And yeah, at least we have some shade now. Like, I'm in some shade. But I gotta complete this hike and I'll see you guys at the top. Literally boulder climbing. Worth the effort. Oh my God. I've had to take my shoes off. The only way to safely climb these rocks here. Okay, I am so hot. My head is like pounding. I've given myself like a headache, and a bunch of people got to the top at the same time. So I'm gonna slowly make my way down barefoot because that's the safest way I can do it. I made it to Freedom Beach. I'm not gonna lie, for my fitness level, that was really hard. It took half an hour to climb up and half an hour to climb back down because I was going so slow. Without the proper footwear, I could not get my footing. I injured my heel on my left foot. At one point it jarred into a rock, and then on the way down to get back to this path to come down to the beach, I fell on my butt, like just slammed down on my butt. So 2 injuries to go up and down. The view was worth it. Just be a lot more prepared than me. Don't bring a tote bag because it's gonna fly everywhere. Wear a backpack, wear proper shoes. I feel like sick. I got so hot and my head was pounding so much. I feel nauseous, so I'm just gonna rest, relax at the beach and try to recover. That was really rough, but the water looks amazing, so I'm gonna go for a swim to instantly cool down because that was really tough. That was tough for me. Lemon shake and a chicken pad thai. The pad thai was 160 baht, I think, and this was 40, but the view is incredible. They're letting me charge my phone because it was about to die. I think that was worth the extra cost to pay for food here. I feel a lot better. I was like actually feeling nauseous from overexertion doing that hike. I don't know. It was really hot. It was like the middle of the day. I was profusely sweating. I don't know why I did that to myself. I actually felt so ill, but now I feel a lot better. I'm gonna replenish my electrolytes because I lost a lot of them. So cheers. I'm not sure what else I'll do today. Maybe bike to another beach. I gotta charge the battery on my bike because it's already really low, even after just driving one way to the beach. There were just a lot of hills that drain the battery. We'll see what I get up to. I don't know yet. A beautiful sunset. I'm so glad that I'm feeling a little bit better. It's absolutely stunning. And I love that there's these giant rocks on the beach. That's very unique. Very Koh Tao. So beautiful. Honestly, Koh Tao is my favorite island I've been to so far. I like it way more than Samui. Hands down. This was an amazing beach. Ferry beach. You gotta come walk for sunset. It is a stunning beach for sunset. nice first day in Koh Tao. I rented that e-bike for 300 baht and it was actually from noon today until noon tomorrow. But honestly, I made myself so sick from that walk today. I felt awful and I was not interested in biking anymore. Like, there was nowhere else I wanted to go. So after 3 hours of having the bike, I dropped it back off. And the people there that rented it to me were so surprised. They were like, "You want to return it already? But you have it till tomorrow." And I said, I have nowhere else I want to go. And I just had a headache and I wasn't feeling well. So I went back to the hostel, took some medicine for this headache. And then I was able to walk by the beach, have a drink, watch the sunset. And I feel a little bit better, but not 100%. So I think I really overexerted myself today, unfortunately, and I didn't feel very good at all after that. And also I'm doing a boat tour tomorrow. I booked on to a snorkel trip. It's gonna take me out from the morning till evening, snorkeling around the area, and that leaves at like 9:30 in the morning. So there was no reason for me to also keep the bike overnight if I have to just drop it off in the morning anyway, because by noon I'll already be on a boat. So that was my rationale for only hiring the for 3 hours. And also I looked into the prices of taxis, and the taxis are fixed prices here. I believe that a taxi from Ferry Beach or wherever, it would have cost me 400 baht one way to go to Freedom Beach and then 400 baht back, especially since I went by myself, so I wasn't in a group of people, and that would have been really expensive. So already the bike at 300 baht was a better deal, and it was fun to just cruise around. It was very hilly. There were some points where I had to get off the bike and push it up the hill because it was so steep. So I'm glad I didn't rent a motorbike. That would have freaked me out if I was on a motorbike for the first time dealing with really steep inclines. So in the end, I think the e-bike was the best option for me, a newbie, someone who's never rented or driven a motorbike / scooter by herself. Hopefully you can hear me, by the way. I'm sitting right by the ocean, so the waves are really strong. That's gonna be today's vlog. Thank you so much for exploring Koh Tao with me today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be out on a boat, so I hopefully get some amazing snorkeling. If not, it's just nice to get out on a boat, be out on the water, and see different parts of the island from a boat, which is one of my favorite things to do. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next update. Bye! And that wraps up my tumultuous journey getting from Koh Samui to Koh Tao. My first day on the island was cut short with such a huge ferry delay. It turned out that our scheduled noon ferry broke down in the middle of the ocean. Everyone on board had to get emergency evacuated. It was pretty hectic at the ferry terminal. People were very upset about all the delays and were yelling at the staff in frustration, so I just tried to keep to myself. The ferry was oversold to make up for the hundreds of people who had been delayed by the cancellations, so there was limited seating and we were crammed in. Some people had to stand or sit on the floor for the entire ride to Koh Tao in the pitch dark. The waves were awful and there were people vomiting everywhere on the floors, into bags, and overboard. It felt like the longest 2 hours of my life. I was so glad to touch down on land again. It was pandemonium trying to get my luggage afterwards since I had to wait for heaps of others to also get their bags. The next day, I unfortunately bit off more than I could chew and attempted the very popular John Suan viewpoint hike. Although I did make it to the top and finish the climb, I made myself physically ill from overexertion and mild dehydration. The view is super iconic though, but just go way more prepared than I did. I still had a good day out exploring the island though. I enjoyed my e-bike rental, although I wished it had more engine power to help get me over all those hills a little bit faster. I absolutely fell in love with Ferry Beach, which had some of the most incredible sunsets I've ever seen. I finished off my second day on the island by walking around exploring more of Ferry Beach town and having my favorite curry, masaman with rice. It was so delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see the next video. I went on an epic boat trip out snorkeling to a nearby island. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!